with Falcon Hockey Coach Steve Freeman. And Steve, it's been a couple of weeks since the Falcons last played, but at Hunt Arena they earned 3 or 4 points over with a series with UW-Stevens Point, tying 2-2 on the first night and taking a 2-1 win on the second night. Your thoughts about those games?
Well, Jim, yeah, you're right. It does. It seems like a long time ago now, but the break came at a good time for us. We were able to heal up a little bit. But looking back at that series, Friday night we were pretty disappointed with the way we played. We didn't have much jump, and we were a little bit flat. And our goaltender Scott played real well, and we put quite a few shots on their goaltender, and he played very well for Stevens Point all weekend. But like I said, our effort isn't what it needs to be that night. But we kind of addressed that the next morning in our meetings and looked at the tape and that kind of thing. And then, the guys came back out on Saturday night, and I thought we played real hard, kind of a gritty game, played with a lot more speed and a lot more intensity, and we were able to pull it out towards the end. And it was kind of one of those games where you are a little disappointed that you were only able to score 2 goals, and I think one was a power play goal and one was a shorthander. But sometimes you have to give credit to the other team, and I thought Stevens Point played very well, and their goaltender played exceptional on Saturday night. I think we had 45 shots on goal, and he held us to only 2 goals. So sometimes it's the goaltender on the other team that kind of slows you down too. But we were happy to get 3 out of 4 points, and we're sitting pretty good right now.
Steve, looking at that game, the 2-1 game, you won a close game, a low-scoring game. You've scored a lot of goals this year, but it must be a good feeling to know that you can win a low-scoring, close game.
Right, you're exactly right. And, the weekend before with St. Norbert, we gave up the 5 goals in a 5-5 tie, and then, 3 wasn't too bad. But you're exactly right. We were able to, play well defensively. And, thinking back to that series, even on Friday night, they were in our zone almost the whole third period, it seemed like, and and it's like, wow, they really took it to us in the third. But then when we looked at the stats, they only had 3 shots on goal, so we were able to keep the puck out on the perimeter, which is real positive. And we were short a lot of guys. I know in that series, George Maleris got hurt, Tyler Briola, another defenseman, was out. Tad Norris was playing with a separated shoulder. And, so we were really short, especially back on defense. So we were happy that we pulled through and picked up the points.
Steve, you mentioned goalie Scott Lewan. He was named the Player of the Week after that Stevens Point series, made 54 saves in the series, had a .947 saves percentage. Could you talk about Scott's play more?
Well, he continues to play well for us, and he's just solid as a rock back there. And, the goaltender is really the backbone of your hockey team, so you build from the back up, and we feel incredibly confident in him every night that he goes out there, and he's looked very good in practice. He's a hard worker, he's ready to go, and he's so mentally tough that he can bounce back. If he gives up a bad goal, he can bounce back. If he has a poor game, I know he can bounce back from that. He hasn't had any this year, but we know his mental toughness is really his greatest asset. And our Paul Frank, our goalie coach, works with him a lot, and Paul's done a tremendous job with him, and all the goaltenders. And I think the goalies would tell you the same thing, that they're very well prepared come game time.
Steve, looking ahead, 8 games into the season, you're finally going to go on the road. Kind of a strange little thing, but you got to do it at some point. Going to a tough place, UW Superior, one of the top teams in the league every year. What are you looking for this weekend?
Well, Jim, like you said, we're going to have to make that adjustment and see how we prepare ourselves and how focused we are on the road. It's a little different situation, obviously a different rink, but hey, most of the ice sheets are exactly the same size, so that doesn't matter. It's kind of the downtime, how you deal with the downtime and stuff when you play on the road. And going up to Superior on this road trip, we've had a lot of success in the past up there, and I think the guys feel real good. We only played up there once last year, but we were able to win in a real tight overtime game. And we're excited because we know they're a good team, and this group seems to kind of relish the challenge of playing good teams. So it's going to be good to get on the bus and get up there and see how we do play on the road. And it's still early in the season as far as the NCHA, but these points are so valuable as you get going. And Superior sits in first place with a couple more games played than we have, but we're looking at it as a shot kind of to stay near the top of the league.
Steve, good luck to the Falcons. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks a lot, Jim.